I think I should refresh the Power with Pride Twitch channel just to see.
I'll let you know when.
Okay. Wait.
Oh.
I see it.
Oh, it says live.
All right, it's back.
All right.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Okay, here we
Definitely
go.
stop playing Smash.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
We're back! We made it through the dark! Okay, so what did we miss?
Alright,
we missed
so...
part of the trading sequence.
Where... so we're gonna go fishing now. This
None
is
of that
everyone's
matters.
favorite part in a Zelda game.
Gotta catch 'em all.
So basically we're saying Sonic Adventure copied LADX, don't worry about it.
Link is Big the Cat?
A more well
right here, mchan's gonna catch every fish in the pond because it's a cool thing to do.
We actually have a percent of the game called
speedrun
Fish the Pond.
Y'all should run
Yeah,
it.
shout out to Fish the Pond percent.
The one true category.
We actually need the big fish because not only gives us 20 rupees, which is nice, but we get a heart piece for it. So
This heart piece is also strategically timed because by getting it right now, it completes a heart container and skips the text box that says, "Hey, look, you got 4 pieces of heart. That makes a heart container." Yippee.
yeah.
Yeah, so also tragically, MJ has to return Bow Wow because part of 100% is getting all the pictures, and we need to get this picture. Because otherwise, Bow Wow does fun things like eat cutscenes.
So long, best friend.
Worst friend.
He's best friend after D2.
Bow Wow actually messes with a few tricks, though, so in other categories, you actually do keep Bow Wow for the entire game, and sometimes for some tricks that actually does, like having Bow Wow in the way messes with some things.
And here we are being creeps to the old man.
Yeah,
Right in front of his wife.
We are stalking Orira.
Incidentally, if anyone has played this game casually, if you get all the pictures, make sure to go back to the camera hut and look at the pictures in the album, because they're actually some of them are a little bit different, and some of them actually are look better than they don't actually show it to you when you get it taken. So they're worth seeing, basically.
Like the one where Link gets beat up.
Oh, that's the best one.
That is the best.
I'm also kind of the one where they fall down the well.
Yeah, that's my part of that seashell that we just got in a random tree that you have to bonk from the side in order to spawn it. Also, oh no, you missed the nut touch.
No, nut touch.
Oh.
But that gives us enough time to talk about these seagulls, doesn't it?
Oh
These
god,
guys
no!
know. These
Frodo, how you
seals
doing?
are 100% RNG. They will never move the same way twice. Look at the way they move. It's random. You will never predict it.
But meanwhile,
This is actually pretty good RNG this time, though, I think. The runs would go really well.
You
But in
two
any
are the
case-
worst kind of people.
this is a great time to hand it off to Proto. Proto, what you got for us?
Yeah, what do you
I
got for
have
us?
a bunch of donations. First of all, I just want to say thank you all so much for sticking with us through all of that nonsense. We had Discord go out, and then the internet in the house where I, your host, and Witches Hex, your restreamer, are currently both in, went down. Thanks, Spectrum. Everything is back now. Thank you all so much for your patience. With that being said, we have a $30 donation from Julianne Hartstone. We went to space. $10 from Punk Rock Puma. Hey, just heard about this event. As an Ace NB myself, I love to see the support for the queer community. Great runs, can't wait to watch all weekend. And the current status of the Tunic bid war, give me 1 second.
Chin's like scared of this result.
Sweats.
Red Tunic is currently winning at $86. Blue Tunic is at $70. If you have strong feelings about the colors red and blue, keep getting your donations in. How far off are we from the color?
In about maybe 21 minutes from now.
So you got about 20 minutes to get those donations in for the Tunic bid war. All right, carry on, Link's Awakening.
Alright, so we just got a
please
picture that
don't-
no one remembers.
Donate for blue. Give it to blue. Because
No.
Chin actually likes
Blue
that one.
Tunic, that's Tunic.
Red Tunic.
Okay, that
So,
in, huh?
Taryn ruins dates, as you see right here.
Yeah, so, Taryn is doing a great job here of blocking our view of that, that statue.
Yeah,
Weathercock
Yes.
is what's called in official literature.
Yes.
that's not. Yeah, he's not making that up, everyone.
Yeah, so you can assemble those words in the order of your choosing. We won't judge.
Yeah.
Cock weather. I don't know what that means.
That's
Please.
awful.
All right, so hey, remember we were talking earlier about bomb triggers? Well, now it's time to see one of the most dramatic ones.
Or do we?
So, you remember that Snorlax in Pokemon Red and Blue? Yeah, he's back, only through the power of Zelda, he can transform into a walrus. There he is, sleeping there and just blocking your path. And we'll just wake him up with Vibram.
Okay, there we go.
His explosives help.
Yeah, the irony of this is, normally just walking up to him with Marin, she'll sing and he'll wake up and fall into the water. And we skip getting Marin in any percent, but it's still faster to use the bombs, even in 100%.
Yeah,
No,
in any percent you don't actually get Marin at all, so without Marin, this is actually a dangerous trick to go for, because you can actually soft lock the game if you do it wrong.
Uh-oh, but you just did. Oh wait, no,
Funny
haha.
came on screen.
It's been so long since I did 100%.
It's fine.
Nailed his buddy.
It's a fun category, missing out.
I don't want to
No,
go back and do early hookshot.
I think I had enough of it in the tournament.
I forgot how to do it, and they asked if anybody wants.
Really
I
not trying
forgot how-
bad.
I forgot how to do early hookshot earlier than 7th try, which... Thanks, Matt. I can always count on your curses.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Care about you too, pal. Now, we're gonna go into the desert, and we're gonna go...
Wait, you're not
Throw
supposed to say
a
that yet. Hold on. Yeah.
Well, technically we can, because you're seeing it right now.
Alright, so... I don't really know what's in this room. I just kind of shoot arrows in here because it's fun. So, yeah.
It's
So
the
we
Phantom
sacrifice a
Totem.
few...
So,
Hey,
we got a
don't
key in
you
the
shoot
process, that's good.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. This room is menaced by arrows.
Yeah. But
It's
actually... Alright, so actually what happened there is, that was actually the Landmo fight, if for those who played Link to the Past. Landmo
It's
is
actually Ganondorf.
significantly easier in this game than A Link to the Past.
and there was part 2 back there of, hey look, I should totally bomb this nondescript random wall.
Yeah, the reason you would actually know that some of those harpies are there is because it's actually a puzzle in Key Cavern where if you where like there will be a thing that tells you in Key Cavern where if you clink your sword onto a wall, then it makes like a different sound effect, and if it makes a different sound effect, then you can bomb it.
Yeah, but then they expect you to tink off every single wall.
Yeah.
Every single wall.
Why would you want to do that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
move on.
mean, as a kid, I did.
Alright, so we're about to get the best song of the game, so we're gonna
Second
listen to
best.
it.
Third best.
Get out of here, Matt.
Tall beats all
Get
of you.
out.
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking Ocarina songs. In which
Oh,
case,
you mean you
Rainbow
don't
still
like it
wins.
when Link doesn't know how to play the ocarina and he just goes toot, 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 toot. Yeah, like that.
It's faster. Oh,
Imagine.
bless his heart, he's trying.
He tried to learn so hard.
And shoutouts to Board in the top left. And also to Moosh in the bottom right.
Mini moosh.
Mini Moosh.
Mini Moosh. This is the prequel to the Oracle games, with Moosh being that small.
Is it though, or did they reroute
it's-
the
I
entire
think it's the
continuity
sequel.
of everything?
Alright, so I actually forgot to do one thing, which is why I'm going this way. So yeah, unfortunately
So-
it's a routing mistake because of nerves.
After D2, what should have happened
Yeah.
was mchan should have gone all the way to the right to go unlock a warp portal that'll take him back to the waterfalls at the base of Tall Mountain. However, he went south instead of east, but it happens. Things
I
were on
think-
fire, it's acceptable.
Yeah, I think he was just too excited to have us back with him.
Just don't forget to open it.
Yeah, don't worry.
You'll need it later.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes,
Yeah, depending on the category you run in this game, you may not... Sometimes you have to go back this way to get to the keyhole for D4. Sometimes you start from the right and you go left past it. So if you're going between categories, sometimes you forget to come here and open it up. then
And this
your run mysteriously
particular
dies.
spot, when we come back later, we really want this portal, otherwise it's just a long run to another long run.
Yeah, and you just saw how long it took me to get back over here, so we don't want to go through that. Uh-oh. Is something happening again?
Oh, right here.
Looks alright to me.
Boss Crunchy.
Crunchy,
Oh,
no!
Please not more.
Oh god, we've lost Frodo!
I still see Crunchy.
Oh,
no.
boy.
Oh,
Here we go again.
Okay, so we have a dumb trick coming up.
Dumb
Best
trick,
trick.
how dare you?
Amazing trick.
Fantastic trick.
Nah.
If only there was
And I got
some
it.
way.
See? Why you call that a dumb trick? Why you call obstacles to skip a dumb trick?
If you want a dumb trick, do Squoob. Old
Uh.
route D4.
So that trick saves literally a fourth of a second. Totally not worth going for. And if you fail it, you lose 2 seconds. So, in PB attempts, I don't go for it. So, yeah.
It's a fun trick, though. It's not as fun as the trick coming up right now, though. Probably. You'll do it, right?
Alright, so we actually come over here now. It's just more convenient. It's just faster to do it now, even though it looks slower. We have to go back up to the top of the mountain anyway. And so now we save and quit here, so that we can make our way back over here faster. And then now we're on our way to Dungeon 4, which is English Tunnel. English Tunnel is normally a very long dungeon, so we'll see what we can do here. Alright. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Everybody in Discord call left me. Again.
Oh, yeah, looks like it's just us.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Alright, that jump that I just did right there skips a lot of the dungeon. So now we're kind of halfway through the dungeon already. So we're about to do a Jesus jump over here that breaks more of the dungeon. Just like that. Oh my goodness. So about this, so in this room we used to have to memorize the pattern, the spark patterns of that room, but not anymore. And it's random on those spark patterns. All right, so there's a very precise super jump coming up, so hopefully I can get it. Just like that, and that allows us to get the boss key early.
Yeah, in case it weren't already obvious, Rock's Feather is an incredibly broken item in this game.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the hardest boss in the game.
Potentially.
Woo!
Down the bottom, you can see a skull of those who died fighting this boss.
Yeah, this boss actually does a lot of damage if you do get hit by him. So if you're doing this casually without bombs or arrows, you can actually stand at a very specific spot and just mash sword, and that's it.
Just like that, another instrument in the bag. Please don't put your instruments in bags together. They'd probably get really damaged.
Yeah, not a good idea. Okay, so we're about to get the second out of our 3 Ocarina songs here. This is Mambo song, yeah. This song
Mambo
is,
Mambo?
This song is used a few times throughout the run, so it allows us to warp back to, what is her name?
Tracy.
Tracy.
Crazy Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy's near Tracy's hut, which is useful in a few places.
This is
Oh.
also the yeah, it's also part of the only LADX sing-along. So if you know the words, be sure to sing along.
Except it was
Oh!
in Japanese, so I didn't. So I don't really know what O is in Japanese.
Well, I think that in Japanese it actually says ooh.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not wearing my contacts right now, so I couldn't double check. But I seem to remember reading it before and that it was ooh.
Alright, so you're normally supposed to get that heart piece in a much different way than that. Basically 100% has went through a lot of changes over the summer. The route has changed like maybe 5 times or so over the course of 1 month. And so this is what the results are now with all the route changes that we've had.
Yeah, this category's gotten pretty wild.
Yeah.
It went from being wild to being wild in a different way.
Unfortunately, with this route, it features like 3 of my least favorite tricks. So
Yeah, we're coming up on one now soon too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, pretty soon. Alright, so what I'm about to do here is if I place 2 bombs in the wall like that, it's about maybe 3 or 4 frames apart from each other, then you actually get this item, which is a bikini top. In the English version, they actually have to change that item due to Nintendo of America's censorship to a necklace. But normally, in order to get that, you have to. Oh, I didn't turn around. Man, this stream is not PG. It's not PG now. You're supposed to. There was a guy on the top of the mountain where you deliver the pineapple to, which he gives you a fishing hook, and you give the fishing hook to that fisherman, and he'll give you the bikini top. But bomb triggers easily ignores that.
Yep. Well, the fun thing is now with the scale, we're actually at the end of the trading sequence. Just has to go put it on the statue. Unfortunately, you actually need the hook shot to get to where the statue is. We don't have it, but thankfully, mchan knows a way to not need the hook shot.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. But first, we're going to get this picture right here, which is available to us now. Fun fact about this cutscene, if you press start during this cutscene, the picture doesn't count for some really dumb reason. I learned that the hard way. So, alright, here we go.
I can't believe the fisherman's dead. Alright, here we go.
You want to talk about it?
Sure. This is early magnifying lens. The trick here is taking advantage of the Zora. You're going to see mchan either bounce off of the Zora or off of one of its fireballs to get stuck in the wall and then super jump off that wall across the gap.
Oh no, I'm not doing it that way.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, that's luck base.
No, it's not.
It's not?
There are consistent setups for all 3 positions of the Zora. Okay, so you're doing it the previous way, which is I'm actually don't know this way.
Okay, so basically it requires 6 math buffers and like lots of pause buffering, and until I reach until I hit a specific part of the ledge, and then I super jump across. This ensures that I don't have to rely on like bumping off the Zora's fireball, which used to be the other way before. I guess they found the more consistent method that I'm not currently aware of at the moment. But it allows us to get the magnet lens early.
Alright, thank
Which
you.
is handy.
Yeah, and that normally ends the trading quest. And casually, you need the magnifying lens because in the library, it tells you the code on how to get through the last part of the game. But there's a way around that.
Yeah.
Needing codes to finish the game.
And this
Yeah.
is also the most convenient time because we're never going to be this close to the beach cave again, and you need the magnifying lens to get the item in the beach cave, which is the most powerful weapon in the game.
Oh yeah.
The hookshot?
Well, it kind of is.
The hookshot wishes.
Look, the boomerang doesn't allow you to, jump across massive gaps at will.
The hook shot lets you fly across the screen at 1 million miles per hour. It explodes bushes and it one-shots the final boss. What more do you want?
Pizza.
Oh,
It
pizza-
could probably
pizza
do
power.
that if there were pizza in the game somewhere.
Pizza power.
So
there is.
So we need the magnifying lens in order to see this Guria, and he gives you the boomerang for it for whatever is equipped on your B button. Which in this case, I traded my shovel because I have no need for my shovel anymore. And we get the boomerang, and it's hands down the most powerful item in the game.
So, if I recall, the things that you can't trade for the boomerang are items that have a quantity, right?
Or a level.
Okay.
So it excludes arrows,
Sword,
bombs,
shield.
powder, sword, shield, and bracelet. So you could give your feather if you really want to, and
Give your boots.
our very good friend Cravone has done a featherless D8 as he's so happy to remind everybody.
Wow.
Such confidence in the man.
I cannot fathom that at all.
Such a
Absolutely in
god-giver.
awe of that lad.
I'd never heard of that, but why am I not surprised it's Cravone?
Because he's a god among men.
Why?
He really is.
Alright, so now we're gonna upgrade our arrows now, because we are very low on arrows at the moment.
I mean, you're fine. 3 arrows is enough to beat the game.
Please. Okay,
And
Thank you.
actually, now
I
that
have to
he
take
has,
it safe there, because I lost a run to that once before.
You only do it
No.
once and then never again.
now that we have the boomerang, you can actually finish the game with only 3 more arrows.
See?
It's just a little painful.
Not even. It's just 3 well-placed bomb arrows, and you're done.
What about the color dungeon boss?
That's what boomerang is for.
Painful. Although, speaking of the color dungeon, we are actually coming up on that, which anybody who has not played DX is going to be entirely fresh to them.
Anybody
Yes.
who wants to donate for your
Blue
choice
tunic.
of tunic color,
For your blue
you should
tunic.
probably do so immediately.
You should blue so right away.
So, after completing Dungeon 4
Absolutely.
English Tunnel, the ghost appears, and the ghost wants us to take him to his house, and then take him to his grave, right here. And in other categories, there's a way to actually skip this side quest entirely, which and that's by like splitting Dungeon 4 up into like 2 visits. But we do Dungeon 4 in 1 visit in this category because we do need that picture.
The sacrifices Link makes for his craft as a photographer.
Yeah.
Okay, now looks like Mchan's doing that using the challenging jump. It's actually possible if you jump and throw the boomerang will actually bring the piece of heart to you.
And now for the best well-programmed hitboxes in the game.
All right.
The ghosts are just,
Now's the time to tell me the results.
Okay, because he's in.
He's in.
Alright.
is it?
Alright, the final roll on Red Tunic versus Blue Tunic at
Oh, baby.
$86 is Red Tunic.
Ooh.
How much did they lose by?
Just $16, which is really not a lot. It was a well-fought fight, Blue Tunic fans.
I'm glad I made that competitive.
All right.
We're
so
not.
we'll talk about the differences later. All right.
Everyone please remember this room. We'll be back later.
All right. So now, I told Poplars this, but we're saving the animals tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
If I have to suffer, everyone else suffers with me.
Everybody suffers this day.
He literally just said tomorrow.
Well,
That
they
day.
know the news now. So they have to live with this fact.
So here's a really tough mini boss. Probably.
Boom.
Unfortunately, this boss is weak to having sand thrown in its face.
Pocket sand.
Can't handle pocket sand.
All right, now, fun thing that's going to happen here. You're actually going to see mchan get the nightmare key and then hard reset. And there's a reason for that. After saving. So the thing
Saving is important.
the color dungeon was added to the original Link's Awakening, so it's not stored in the same way. Its state is not stored the same way as other dungeons. In particular, this room with the rupees is stored in system memory, not cartridge memory. So when you hard reset, the state of this room is reset as well. And
So that allows us to pick up all of these rupees that we didn't want to go get a bunch of chests later on in the game for.
That was another
Yes,
really
I know.
difficult boss.
I mean, there's one nice 200 rupee chest in D5, but just the way everything's rooted, it's easier to get this than it is to do D5 and then get the level 2 sword.
Yeah.
Or whatever the frog thing.
all right, and now mchan coming up on the hardest room in the game. Let's see how he handles it. Has to play a color matching game with these enemies that are ball shaped, and also yeah, they're surprisingly weird about getting bumped into the hole. It's kind of odd, but he gets it.
Yes. A passable bingo room.
Yeah, I think as Xander said, you either have a bad room or a really bad room. Like, you don't have a good room there.
There is no
Yeah.
good bingo room. It doesn't exist. It exists only in
Wow,
the
I
the
never get that
outliers.
luck in my runs.
I mean, you might have a good big room if your name is Black SR, but otherwise, I mean,
Only Black knows the true power.
Okay,
It was a
And
Black
you're right,
magic
that
room.
was a really good boss. And now you have to do the dirty
boss.
deed.
so now we get the option to choose between red or blue tunic here, and we get red. We're going to be running with the red tunic because of the donation bid war. Red tunic won. Red tunic is technically faster, but very inconsistent. It's faster because you get to do more damage, but the trade-off tip for that is that enemies either have more iframes when you hit them, or enemies will have this like knockback effect, and it kind of throws things off key. So the strats aren't really that consistent. So
There's only one place where it actually creates a problem, if I recall.
Armos Knight as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You win this time.
Yes, I do.
Two spots.
Yeah. So in PB attempts, I never run with blue tunic for the reasons that I just don't feel like learning the strats for red tunic.
Don't feel like learning blue tunic, huh?
Okay, so there is a trick in the game called dumb jump, but this may as well be the dumb jump.
They're all dumb jumps. Every
Yeah,
dumb
this-
jump
this is a
dumb
pretty
jump.
dumb jump.
Well, this is the only dump jump in Hundo.
Yeah. There we go.
So this
Yeah.
is a signpost maze. It's very boring. You have to go to one sign. It tells you where the next sign is, and you have to go to that sign to go to the next sign. The problem with that is if you read a signpost twice or read the wrong sign, then you have to start the entire signpost maze all over again, and it loses a lot of time.
It's exhilarating.
Yeah.
How you doing, Proto?
I am good. I am sitting here setting up to restream, because after this multiple-hour hosting shift, I have a multiple-hour restreaming shift. Woo!
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is probably the second best song in the game. So if you need to take a drink
What?
or something like that, then now's the time to do that.
Second best song in... Are you okay?
Yeah, everyone just go have a drink, go somewhere else, just go.
This is the
Save
best song. You should
yourself.
stick around.
Cover your
it'll
children's
clean-
ears.
It'll clear your skin. It'll water your crops. It
Wait.
will improve your life.
If I was in control, we'd be switching to the other guy's audio.
Oh,
Unfortunately for you, there is no other audio.
there's
Well, I
us.
guess we'll just have to mute it then.
Cut the audio on everything. Spare the children's ears.
Why?
Just think of the chords.
The song is good for your soul.
I
This
don't have a
isn't
soul.
soul.
It's literally in the title.
It may be called the Frog Song of Soul, but that doesn't mean it's soul. There's no funk here.
Yeah, this song is
Funk
refused
is
to
not
revive.
the same as soul.
This song is used to revive used to revive different objects. We normally need to use it now to. Well, actually, we can't do it now, but normally it's used to revive a rooster, which unfortunately for you guys, you won't get to see in this run. And you also needed to open up another dungeon. Next, I'm going to be getting this heart piece right here, which I don't know how anybody's able to find this heart piece, like, at all.
Because as children, we were more curious and investigative.
No, because as children we got the power, Nintendo power.
Woo! We had our own little red phones that had Nintendo's number dialed into them already.
Spirits, dude, don't ever give me that kind of credit. I never know what I'm doing.
Alright, you guys ready to see something really cool?
Always.
Magic?
Oh, is it goat mode?
Oh.
So, yeah.
There you go!
Oh wait, the mouse is dead, isn't he?
No, this is his ghost.
Oh my god, busted!
Yeah, so the official story of the ghost, the photographer, is that he falls off the mountains, dies, washes up in the lake where you get him near the fishermen, and then you get a photograph with the ghost, or are there two ghosts, and then he comes again to take a picture of the Zora as a pure white ghost.
And
Y'all
you
are
can't
nuts.
see him in his ghost form unless you have the magnifying lens, which also conveniently allows you to see the Zora.
Conspiracy Nintendo?
I think not!
So that was another, earlier that was another benefit
getting a
of Red
headache.
Tunic. You actually pick up things faster, no.
Man, it's fine, don't worry.
Well,
Everything's
anyways,
good.
that was the last photo, and here is going to be getting the last seashell.
Yeah,
Just in case, we might want to check to make sure that was the last photo.
My own seashell. Yeah, there's so much to collect in these runs that even as an experienced runner,
You can
That's
forget
Mchan
things
like,
really
it's so
easily.
easy. especially in a scenario like this where it's a marathon and he's no doubt very nervous. And having to use Red
difficulties,
Tunic.
having a massive distraction.
Hey, this is Armos night. Thankfully, Red
That's
Tunic
20
makes your
seashells at least.
Red Tunic makes your sword behave like it's your spin slashing, so you actually don't need to spin slash to hurt the Armos Knight with Red Tunic.
there's another strat called boot strat, but you have to be really good with the maneuvering with boots in order to do that. So it's just not worth it for me.
Or you could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like me and use shovel strats, which
Not in Hundo.
Not in Hundo.
That's
Sword.
not good.
What?
I gotta.
Did you die?
No, I gotta somehow improvise. Okay. Hey, guess what, guys? If Blue Tunic won, I wouldn't have died.
That's not an excuse.
That's rough, buddy.
Blue Tunic?
Thanks to everyone who donated.
Yeah, buddy.
Save the
Curse.
animals, kill the
Curse you,
mchan.
Matt.
Your curses don't have power here.
Actually, quick, curse mchan for the horse heads.
Oh, that's right. He's got to donate
Yeah.
$3 for every horse head attempt.
Yeah,
So,
gotta make
what
him
are we
go
looking
rogue.
at? We're looking at 22?
Oh no, I think
Oh,
he can get the
God.
world record. This
That
needs to be
is the world
35.
record.
You know, I think we need to get. I think this run is going to have world record for horse heads and blue balls.
No, I'm gonna make a call right here.
Ooh, ambitious.
He's gonna get 19 horse heads, and he's gonna get 14 boots.
Oh my,
There
we go.
You're
that's
so
a
mean.
bold prediction.
You're giving him big numbers, but not enough for any world records.
Okay, so that's the Zorlax jump. I hate that jump, even though it's supposed to be easy, but I make it harder than it looks.
It's this one over this pit, not the one over the
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead
If
and
we had Bow Wow, we
while
could
we
have
have
eaten
time,
that cutscene.
feel free to take your guesses in chat. Guess a random number in chat, like right now.
Between 1 and 35 was the
50.
number? No, not 50. That's
He
cruelty.
could get a world record.
Yeah,
my
but that's
goodness.
impossible to get
Don't
50.
doubt our boy.
Y'all have no faith.
It's mathematically unlikely.
Look, we have faith in you. We just don't have faith in the game to allow you to do things. There's a difference.
I don't know.
I
This
hate to
game's
say it, but Matt's
really
right.
poorly coded.
Okay,
There's
see
something can go
sixes,
wrong in this
sevens,
game.
56? What is that?
That's
Yeah,
a big
there's
number.
these.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
Okay. So, we're coming up to the tile room. So, there's not really much to say about the tile room. So, if you have any donations, feel free to read some.
Sounds good. Got $10 from Corn Catnip. Good luck, my boy. Thank you for doing the community proud. Also donating for Red to keep Matt happy. And $15 from Varin. Red Tunic strikes again. Have fun and good luck.
Uh-oh.
So we're identifying your enemies.
There's a hit list being built out now. We know who the next elusive targets in Hitman 2 are.
It's just too
The
bad that I put
speedrunner,
porn on there.
the audience member.
Alright, this room has wizards in it, but bomb arrows exist.
Pew pew.
Yeah, there's a setup for that room where you place one bomb down, you hit them all with it by moving one over the bomb with your sword, but it's annoying as hell with Red Tunic.
Did
No,
you
you
guys
just
know
can't do it with Red
that
Tunic.
you can open chests with pots?
No, and we will know in like 2, 1, 2. There we
Did
go.
you guys know that the compass in
go.
this game has a new feature?
I
It
didn't.
makes a
Please
tone
do
whenever
go
there's
on.
a key in the room.
Yes, it does.
Oh, did you guys know that I have a cat? Hey, kitty.
I'm jealous.
Really?
He's our community
Alright,
mascot.
so, to talk about that jump that mchan just did, you can actually soft lock there, and it's not hard to soft lock there, which is terrifying.
Yeah, there are
Alright,
only
here we go,
3
guys.
pixels where that works.
Hold on.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go in like 5 seconds.
Alright, let us count them here.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 horse heads. Ah, ah, ah.
And the winner is... Well, that's cheating. Silent Harmony, you can't guess
The
twice.
winner,
That's
the winner
not
is the
one.
Trevor
Everyone go
Project.
home. Next person who donates to the Trevor Project is the winner.
So I owe 27 now, right? So far?
That's not how math works.
That's 30, not.
No, that's how many. No, I said I'll donate 3 for how many I fail.
Ah.
No.
So hey, remember how Landmolus, you could hit its hitbox before it appeared? Guess what?
Oopsie doops.
Oh, we have to clarify. Silent Harmony, you're free. You're absolved of your crime. 5 horse heads, 10 blue balls. There we go.
Oh, 10 balls. I
That's
can get
a
on board with that.
also bad.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
That's a pretty rough number.
I got 8. I got
That's-
8 earlier this morning, so.
We don't
Yeah,
want
for-
that many. It's just bad.
For horse heads, you lose maybe like 2 seconds for each failure. For blue balls, you lose, I think, 8 seconds for each failure. So 10 blue balls is
more than
80
that,
seconds.
isn't it?
No, it's 8 seconds. It's about that, depending on how far Agnem has to move.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's about a minute and a half of time loss.
It's
For 10 blue balls.
disgusting.
So, bring it on.
Ah,
20 blue balls.
I tried
Let's
to do
do
a
it.
bomb trigger right there, but oh well. That only saves very little time in this cutscene.
But now it's time to get the payoff for getting all those seashells.
Oh my god, are we gonna have to sing?
Alright.
You don't have
Okay,
to.
I saw
You're
20.
fired.
No, we made sure you had 20 when you went into Armless Night.
We just don't know your photo count.
Because you haven't pressed select on the start menu yet.
But we believe in you.
We
Yeah,
have
we have.
confidence.
Yeah, so this is actually the coolest sword in any Zelda. I don't care what anyone says, because, you know, Master Sword comes out of a pedestal, there's dramatic music and all that nonsense. This sword forges itself out of pure lightning.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say thunder.
Thunder's a
Thunderbolts
sound,
and
come on.
lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
And it shoots laser beams. Look at this.
Like
Look at
everywhere.
this. Everywhere.
It
One
shoots
beam, nah,
laser
man.
beams on the top of its freaking head.
So that's a level 2 sword. It's actually very, very strong, so it makes killing things from here on out much more efficient.
Also, we must clarify, it only shoots lasers when you're at max health, so it's like
Yeah.
the sword from Legend of Zelda original. It is
Yeah.
sadly not as impressive.
Alright, so I'm
Well,
gonna save
well, that's
here
stronger.
because there is a trick that I really want to pull off, so if I fail it, then I can just reset to...
Oh wait,
Yeah.
we forgot to mention that there's another guessing game that we have to play right now. Like right
Yeah.
now, type your numbers in
Oh
chat
goodness.
for early hookshot. A trick that can fail and cost him at least like what, 4 minutes?
Let's just say
Based on
$5
RNG?
for every fail here.
Well, no.
I
This
don't-
one,
I'm not
this
making
one,
money.
this one is this one's sub-pixel related. I don't think it's this. I think this one's he's safe on
I
this
think
one.
it's frame rule dependent.
It's both. I think.
We're gonna find out what it is in a few seconds.
So basically, the gist of this is the room to the
Let's
left of
go!
here. It sounds like you got first try. Spoiler alert, God. But
Remember, M10, you're ahead of us.
Oh, jeez.
yeah, the trick here is this room here is in this dungeon you fight what was his name, Stalfos Knight 4 times, Master Stalfos 4 times in certain rooms in specific order. It's really annoying. That room to the left is the one where you fight him the final time and he gives you the hook shot. Now the fun thing about this is the game, if you actually kill him in any other room using bomb arrows, he drops a key. But in that room and only that room, when a key spawns, the game turns it into the hook shot. So if you pull the key from the other room into that room, it turns into the hook shot. But we still have to fight him.
We can kill skeletons with laser beams?
Yeah. The sword beam actually has some interesting properties. You can actually use to hurt Master Stalfos, which is interesting. Normally you'd have to use bombs.
It's magical sword beams. Which is weird, because magic doesn't harm Master Stalfos.
Well, maybe this kind of magic does. It's super magic.
Maybe it's the magic of friendship.
Anti-skeleton magic, obviously.
Oh god.
Skeleton magic, obviously.
Also, I just want to point out you can't use your hook shot vertically while you're underwater, unless you're a dirty cheater like Cravone.
Who uses 2 directions that are opposite at the same time, and then shoots down.
Man, we're talking about Cravone an awful lot.
That's because he's history. Like he is living history of this game.
The legend.
The Legend of Cravone.
And he also, if you ever want to play this game in a completely new way and/or have way too much self-esteem, play his ROM hack of this game.
Oh,
I
you should.
quit
It's so
after
good.
3 dungeons.
Come on, you can at least clear 5.
Oh, I'm not gonna go back. Probably not, at least.
Alright,
And you all
so-
heard it.
point me.
Oh,
You guys
shoot.
are witness his power up with pride.
Alright, so that was a hookshot jump right there. Okay, so we've said that a lot of bosses are really hard, but this is actually a very painful boss fight.
Even worse because he has red tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because I have red tunic, he has longer iframes, so it's kinda, I have to time my hits differently.
Yeah, normally when you pull him out of the wall, you can get 4 or 5 hits. 5 if you're lucky.
5 if you
with-
it, I think.
With red tunic, you can get 4 if you're lucky.
Yeah,
And it's-
usually 3.
You gotta be very lucky.
And how many times do you have to hit it? Is it 8?
8.
8 times. It doesn't depend on how many, how much health he has, it's how many hits you're doing.
That's
Yeah.
for all the bosses, isn't it?
No.
No? Or
This
actually,
boss number of hits, other bosses you can actually kill faster with the level 2 sword.
Yeah.
okay.
See, like remember, the Slime Eye was faster with Piece of Power, so.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because I don't slash it.
Well, for that one, it's because you can damage it with normal slashes when you have a
Nice.
piece of power.
Nice. Well, that wasn't a bad slime meal.
Yeah, that
Well,
wasn't.
snakes.
Yeah, that wasn't terribly bad. What can happen is that sometimes when you do enough hits to him, you can hook him out, and he'll just have this like fake form come out, and you can't damage him at all, so it just wastes time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chibi Plan, you are correct. Red is for offense, blue is for defense in terms of tunic colors.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that can happen there is you put on the ocarina for a song which takes you to Membo's Pond. But
Wait.
one thing that can happen is you mix up your buttons and you accidentally use it before getting the instrument, and it takes you back to start the dungeon.
Which
And
somebody
it
has done
sucks.
in a race
think it
versus
was,
me. It was
Olos?
Olos did it. Still beat me by like 10 minutes.
What a legend.
What an
Olos
absolute
is
hero.
one of our magnificent French runners who demolish everybody else at the game.
It's
France-
true.
France and Germany have a monopoly on the LADX leaderboards. It's pretty bad. So if any of you from North America or any country that isn't France want to come and play this game as a speedrunner, come join us, please.
Yeah, and then not retire because TGH and Hanky both disappeared after getting world record.
Some say they're still running the game in the future to this day.
No, TGH is playing Celeste.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. That's horizontal bomb triggers are very weird. So I'm glad I got that. Aw, invalid.
Oh, did you? Oh, you didn't, did you? Oh,
He did.
no.
You animal.
Oh.
You savage.
Oh, this guy. How do I ban him?
We
So
can't.
we're coming up to
We're
Rooster
not in
Skip
charge
right
of the
now.
stream.
Do you guys want to talk about Rooster Skip?
So Rooster Skip sucks.
Okay, so Rooster Skip,
It
you
really
get to do this
doesn't.
awesome, cool super jump. It's sort of out of bounds, but oh wait, this isn't
That's-
Stu.
No, this is
I
Link's
thought this was a
Awakening.
good category.
That's Rooster Skip.
So Rooster
in-
Skip. You go and get the actual rooster from town.
Yeah.
But this Rooster Skip, you land on a pixel right there. Or not a pixel, it's just on the wall so that way you don't fall. And then you shoot your hookshot out, and there's one frame where you can
Okay.
jump and it's just, well, I can't words, Jesus Christ.
It's
Somebody
the
help me.
frame on which the hook shot retracts.
There we go. And you can jump again after that. And we
Yeah.
use that to jump across the pits without ever needing to go get the rooster.
Yeah, and that only works because the game isn't checking that Link is standing on solid ground while the hook shot is out.
The trick is so wacky that it prevents me from speaking properly about it because I hate its existence.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
obviously you need to learn
unbuffered
ERS.
method, which is faster, but it is very hard to do.
Crunchy, I can't TRS and Squoop.
There is some leniency with Rooster Skip that makes it not as hard as it actually is, but it's still a hard trick.
Yeah, it's difficult. It feels like it's more challenging to learn. Once you learn it and it just kind of clicks a little bit in your head, it becomes easier, although it's never quite easy.
Yeah, like, it's definitely the big prohibitive trick for getting into this game, I think. Because most of the other tricks are fairly easy to do once you've practiced a few times, but Rooster Skip never gets easy.
It's always a pain. But now we're going to the best dungeon.
Alright, so now we're coming up into Eagle's Tower, which is a very long dungeon, so we'll see how
Yeah,
it
you have to pick up the steel ball and you have to carry it around and
Yeah.
put out these pillars to
Oh
knock
my
down the
goodness,
third floor
I'm not
and the
looking
second
forward to
floor.
it, guys.
Yeah, 4
We should
floors of
just go run
trouble.
glitchless.
Yeah, on glitchless you could just skip up, do the third floor to get to the fourth floor properly, right? Or am I thinking of something?
Well, if
different?
you want to lose time, maybe.
Of course I want to lose time.
Alright, so I used the boomerang, hit the switch right here, and this already breaks like half the dungeon, so... what do you guys think? That was a very long dungeon, was it?
Yeah,
No, but here's where the real magic begins. So I'm gonna first start off by killing this blob right here, and then
Alright,
Wait, you're forgetting the ball, dude. Dude, go back.
I don't know.
go back!
I don't know.
What are you doing? Wait,
Oh
Okay.
god, no.
Is he throwing the ball?
Demolition Derby!
What's he doing?
He's exploding the pillars with the magic of
I'm
bomb
saying,
triggers!
Are you cheating?
That's not how we play this game, man!
Oh, I'm gonna talk to the admins about
It
you.
run's invalid now. We have to go report you to Spirit
You can't-
or the Mod Police.
You can't use glitches. This is a speed run.
This is an
Yeah.
insult to our honor. It's an impunity. How could you?
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, that was all the pillars. So hey, this 4-story tower is now a 3-story tower. Architecture.
Yeah, anyone who had the struggle of actually taking that ball around, we're sorry.
Also, that's a boss that we're not gonna fight. Alright, so the next thing that we're gonna do here
Goomba
is
surf?
this is a very precise super jump.
Not good.
Good, we got it.
P-hat jump.
No.
Yeah, there's two ways of getting up there. One of them is this P-hat jump, which is consistent but a little bit slower than the other one, which is Goomba surf. Although Goomba surf, you're reliant on where the Goombas are.
Yeah,
It's RNG, and RNG usually
we're
sucks.
not dealing with that, unfortunately.
And now
Alright,
we gotta
so-
fight our friend.
This boss
This
is very, very annoying. So,
This boss
Serious time.
is a joke.
So
True-
that's
true
actually
final
the
boss.
mini boss. Who just jumped on top of that eagle.
So it's like a boss and a half.
So he's mad at us for having
alright,
killed,
there we
I mean,
go.
knocked out his brothers.
Yeah, so interesting thing about this boss, though, is that the thing we're seeing mchan do here, we're basically hitting the eagle off screen by shooting the hookshot down. This only works for some reason if you save and quit. So in no squoob, the no save and quit category, you can't actually do that because the hookshot bounces off the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, you have to do something else. You have to do it with bombs, or in older routes, the fire rod.
Walls are suggestions, Lady
Yeah.
and Magnolia. Everything is a suggestion in this game. Depending on which category you run, even transitions are a suggestion.
This game is a great run.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm so
It's
unfamiliar with
amazing.
this boss, though. I don't even have to fight that boss in Stu.
Yeah.
Stu is one of our newer categories that allows a lot more glitching because we're allowed to actually go out of bounds. And it skips half the bosses in the game. I think after D3 we don't fight a boss. Or no, we do D6.
What? But now,
Alright, so Marin's kidnapped. We have to save her, but
I'll
as
save her.
heartbreaking as it is,
you just get stranded.
thank you.
Do Zoomerang! Do Zoomerang!
Zoomerang! Zoomerang!
Zoomerang!
Zoomerang!
Zoomerang!
Oh.
Oh.
At least do it in
All in
D8.
unison right there.
So actually, if you do save her, you lose a lot of time. Because basically, Marin tries to confess to you, but then Terran ruins the moment, like all dads
Again.
do.
And then the owl shows up because of course he does.
Yeah, you thought you were safe after Terran, but then the owl shows up and it's like game over.
You know
Brother,
the
you
terrible
took my
fate.
words out of context. That's hurtful. How
And
could
now,
you?
finally, after 2 other times, we will say yes to the first one and get the powder upgrade.
Say
Finally,
yes to
it's been
drugs.
so long.
Yeah, Mad Batter gives us this huge bag of cocaine.
I'm not
It's
sure
pocket
if
sand.
that's,
It's pocket sand!
It's pocket sand.
Alright, so this cave is very hard with Red Tunic, so hopefully I can survive.
Eh.
Okay, we made
Yeah,
it.
It's the same with Green Tunic.
Somebody has died to that cave before. I don't know who, but somebody has.
I think we all have at some point.
Yeah, everybody's started.
Guilty.
100% guilty.
I know I have.
Oh no, kill him.
Oh no,
The,
he's coming for
the
you.
Moblin was still alive.
Alright. I'm not wasting time on that. So what I was trying to do there was a bomb trigger, which would save me from having to do this. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll do it this way.
Oh, here we
So-
go.
That's also a thing that we should probably talk about, is when we do certain bomb triggers, there are things on screen that'll screw it up. So, for example, if he killed a Zol back when he started the bomb triggers in D7, you kill one of the Moblins when you do the very first bomb trigger in the forest. And I think that Moblin on the screen is the one for that one, right?
Yeah.
I've seen the bomb trigger work with the model on screen though.
I think it has to do with whether or not it's used an arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because if it uses an arrow, then it screws it up because arrows negate bomb triggers in the area that you're in.
Yeah, for whatever reason, if you have used an arrow ever since your last save or death, bomb triggers will not work. Nice and very good bookshot there.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
that's right. That one is called that, isn't it?
yeah, it's the bookshot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
The reason why it's called that is because Spice is trying to get me to remember what button a hookshot goes on, so he's like, no, B for bookshot.
Yeah.
And it's stuck.
So that
With
was,
the
that was
entire
Bueno.
community.
Bueno was tough, but actually what can happen is he has like a certain punch move where if he hits you with it, he sends you back to the beginning of the dungeon. So.
Or, you know, he can just kill you like he does with me in every run that I do.
Yeah.
Have you tried? Have you tried knock and kill?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
How-
Or I just die to death.
I mean, Matt, look, you brought a sword and he just has fists. How are you losing that fight?
Ask Little Mac how he punches out everybody in Smash.
Have you
That's
tried
how.
bringing a car to a punch fight?
I don't know, did you?
According to Crunchy, that's how you do it.
It's true. It's true.
You just Showtime all over him like it's Burnout. Your car's flipping end over end, just destroying everything in its path. He's like, I can
After touch
counter that.
takedown.
Flat.
This is Cue Ball. This is the mini boss from Dungeon 4, but you didn't see that because in this category we don't fight that one.
In this category, we still hardly even fight him. Normally he'd take 4 hits, but thanks to level 2 swords, only 2. Speedy.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite room. This is the Roomba. You have to make it cover up every single spot on the floor, otherwise the chest doesn't appear.
Also, if you hit a wall or a solid tile, it disappears and you have to restart.
Yeah, there's like, what, 20-something different possibilities you can go about with that room. Everybody has their
Timothy,
own
just do
ways.
None
That
of it
was-
saves time, if I recall.
That was my way.
Yeah, you can also do it where you jump while it's moving and sort of position yourself near the chest so you're very close to it. Right open right away.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's-
risky, so I usually take it safe there.
Yeah.
And this is Hothead, which is also hard. And he has a random number of HP, so it's really annoying to get a very good fight on him.
It's fine, everything's fine.
Alright, Matt, Spanish
That was
mode,
a
go.
pretty good fight.
Yeah, thankfully,
what am I doing
the
now?
magic rod in this game does not actually have a meter attached to it. You just have infinite magic. It's great.
Yeah. Alright, hopefully I can do this. Did I do it? I did it! Alright!
Congratulations.
I'm so excited to see it.
Alright, so, in PB attempts...
Wang boy!
Morning, boys.
Boys.
In PB attempts, I actually never go for that trick because, because when I'm running with splits, I split the moment I hit the instrument. I get the instrument, and so using the fire rod as well as hitting the split button is impossible for me.
Alright, I must say that we're being called out by Spirister, who is another one of the more frequent winners in our chat, saying that Head's HP is not random. We're all just fools.
I think the more important thing to notice is that mchan's on his way to the egg right now.
Yeah, this is the end of the game.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
we made
the
it.
home stretch. And can you believe it? There are only 2 bomb triggers left.
Well, maybe one.
Again, even though we have the ocarina, why play an ocarina when you can play a bomb?
Because
True.
bombs are even
Cor-
cooler
Corin loves
than
you.
ocarinas.
Corin, he's just sleeping. He doesn't understand you.
So, right
Shut
now
up.
we probably
Shut up.
want...
Shh, shh, shh.
Okay, so there is quite a lot to talk about. The first thing to talk about is that coming inside the egg here, there's a puzzle, which you're normally supposed to use the magnifying lens in the library to read the code to get through this, but as long as you don't do that, the code is always the same to get through this egg. Then there is quite a lot to talk about in the final fight, so I'll let you guys take care of that.
Alright, first of all, I'd like to defend my honor. I was not talking during the song because I did not see the song that started. My restream was behind. Secondly, we're gonna try to do a bomb trigger here to skip the opening text of the boss, which we did successfully.
Nicely done.
Unfortunately, it also skips the music.
Yeah, but if you don't do that, then you have to go through this whole long enemy speech, blah blah blah, Triforce, blah blah blah, everything else.
Alright, any guesses on blue balls?
And that's what I was going to say.
5,000.
Oh my god.
Is if you want to guess how many blue balls mchan is gonna get, do it so soon, because after these first 2 yellow balls, Aghanim has a 50-50 shot of shooting fake outs, blue balls, that don't cap, unlike Link to the Past.
Yep.
You could
Yeah,
theoretically
it's
get
only bound by probability.
Here we go.
theoretically get it forever.
Well, he's not trying to
And-
bamboozle Manip though.
One blue ball.
Oh, my boy.
My boy.
My boy.
Two.
Balls. So yeah, each one of these is about 8 seconds of time loss, which is really unfortunate.
Okay, 3's not bad.
Spoilers! You have to remember you're ahead of us.
So after Aghanim comes up Moldorm, which is a bit of a pain when you have the red tunic, because you have to change your strats from blue.
It's still not too bad, but it just definitely requires a little bit more timing.
Yeah, actual
Yeah.
thinking.
You mean
Thinking.
You don't want to use your brain during the last part of the game?
And that was on Molus again, relegated to not being a scene. But here we go. It's time for the true final boss.
Get it?
Devil.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
getting the eye open.
That's
Hold on.
lame.
Hold on.
Okay, there we go. Alright, time's
That does
coming up.
happen
that's-
sometimes.
That's what, oscillating hitbox or something is what I've heard it
Yeah.
called?
And just like that.
So time's coming up when the screen turns white.
Alright. mchan, we'll call it out because...
Time.
Well,
Okay.
never mind. I'm done.
Two.
And there we
Time.
go.
Time.
Time.
There we go.
Alright. So the time was 1:28:08, which is 2 minutes off my PB. And also 10 minutes, about 9.5 minutes off of the world record. It's about 1:18:32 by Vlak. And he's a very good runner of this game. I want to thank everyone for. I want to thank the Power Up with Pride staff for letting me participate in this event again. I want to also give some shoutouts to the LADX community. There's a lot of really awesome members, especially the French and German community. I also want to thank my commentators for joining me. I had a lot of fun with this run, despite Red Tunic being the decider here.
What commentators? You did half the commentary alone because of technical difficulties.
It's true.
Want to give some shoutouts to Discord?
Yeah.
Discord, Spectrum, we love
Spectrum,
you.
yeah.
Go jump into a flaming barrel, please.
So, do you guys want to say anything before we go?
Congratulations, guys! You made it to the end of the run, despite all of technology forsaking it.
Well, Windfish, we made it in spite of your
It was-
corrections.
It was a good run, mchan.
Marin's gone, everyone. I'm sad.
Marin doesn't exist. She never existed. You never got a date.
She exists in my heart.
You've
She's
still
a
been
seagull in my
friend-zoned by Zelda as many times as you can remember.
So unfortunately, because I died twice, I cannot show this off. But if you've beaten this game without dying once, then you actually see Marin make it out of Link's dream as a seagull, which is the secret ending of the game. But since in every category you always have to die once, you don't really get to see that at all. So I think that's all for us, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
This is the end of the game. Now we get the credits, which, considering how Frog Song went, that means you get the oscillating credits.
That's right, we do.
Yeah.
So this game runs at 60 normally, but streams capture in 30, which shows us how things work in the background. So credits, for example, they aren't exactly solid blocks of text.
Also, quick shoutouts to Link Face.
A quality face.
The finest face. Yes.
Alright then. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and please save the animals. So.
And I gotta donate to kill the animals now just to make it.
You're the worst, Matt.
I did what I had to do for entertainment.
And also, as a final note, the final tally for number of blue balls plus failed horse heads leaves mchan at $36.
Yep.
So
I
$37.
will get
to
that
donate.
in
Got it.
as soon as possible.
I see chat's agreeing with me. Kill the animals.
Save the animals.
Save the animals.
Oh, hey, look, Proto's here.
Hi.
And I'm not just saying that because I run Fusion.
Alright, thank you so much, mchan, for the wonderful, wonderful Link's Awakening DX run. Stay tuned for Zelda Secrets of the Past, a Link to the Past ROM hack with the one and only Elminster RTA.
Alright, so we can sign off now? Or...
Yeah.
Sure.